Stop what you're doing. This is the most important piece of advice I've given on this channel to date. If you're moving to Calgary or moving within Calgary, these are things you need to know about homes I would never purchase. There's certain types of homes that consistently get buyers into trouble. As a Calgary realtor, I've helped countless buyers move into the city, move around the city, and help them consistently avoid problems, navigate hidden pitfalls, and avoid costly regrets. In this video today, we'll talk about the homes I would never buy, the ones you should stay clear of.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Along with some important cautions on certain other types of homes, saving you money, frustration, and protecting your investment. All right, let's get started and help you avoid these pitfalls in the Calgary market. Think of the movie Money Pit. Tom Hanks and his wife buy a home that turns into be a disaster of a purchase. A literal money pit. If a home is over 100 years old, don't buy it. Trust me.
A magnificent new home that they bought for a song. Who says they can't have it all?
Major plumbing issues. It's hopefully been renovated at some point. But the question is, did they remove all the lead pipes? Did they remove some of the lead pipes? Is this home insurable because of the plumbing that's in the home? Poly B is a nightmare if they had renovated it between the 70s and 80s. You don't want Poly B. You don't want lead pipes. I've been a realtor 15 years now, and I've only seen it in a home once. Knob and tube wiring. Right? Knob and what? How did they make this thing work? Knob and tube wiring. Certainly an old school way of doing electrical. It will cost you around $5,000 to $6,000 to redo the electrical in your home with a new panel. Not cheap. Insurance nightmare as well on these old school style electrical. It's likely the amperage of the meter isn't to today's code as well, needing to be about 100 amps. Again, $5,000 to $6,000 just for the panel. Pass. Asbestos, huge problem for homes in the past. Asbestos gets in your lungs and it kills people.
How it will astound you.
Serious issue here, guys. It's only an issue if you're disturbing it, but it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be in the walls. It's going to be in the drywall mud. It's going to be in the attic in a form of vermiculite. Unless you're tearing this house down, this is a major concern of a house that's 100 years old. We've all got that old grandma who doesn't get around well, who needs a walker or cane or something. These homes are a nightmare for the older generation. There is stairs that are too steep. They don't follow today's code. They don't have handrails. They have pitfalls in the home that are just wild that they existed in the past. A dumbwaiter. Can you imagine your kid getting stuck in a dumbwaiter?
You ready? Going up. Hey! Up! Theo!
It's wild to me that a dumbwaiter existed in some of these old homes. Laundry chutes are fun too.
Make mama proud, okay?
That'd break a neck.
They don't exist very often in the homes that we see around here. They are a safety concern. Kids getting trapped in them. They're not really around anymore at all. Unless you're at a higher end home and your laundry room is attached to your master bedroom. It's not going to be insulated well. You have problems with plumbing. You have problems with electrical. You don't know the quality of the renovation that's happened. It could have been renovated 2, 3, 4 times in the last 100 years. You're going to have higher ongoing maintenance costs. You're going to have higher utility bills. And when you start to do your reno, you're going to have to fix other people's mistakes. Pass on these types of homes. I had a couple contact me that recently moved into the city via relocation from another province. They purchased a home without fully understanding the unique challenges of our Calgary market. They quickly had an unexpected event that was preventable happen. To help others avoid this situation, I've created a comprehensive relocation guide for the Calgary and area market, helping you make informed decisions on day one. You can find the guide listed in the description below. Check it out. Lots of great information. We talked about this last piece in one of our last videos. I'll link it up above here. You can check that one out for some other pieces of things you should know about the Calgary market. Homes backing onto major highways in the area. Not a great decision. Constant traffic noise, causing you to have that poor sleep and less enjoyment when you're in the backyard with the kids. Definitely harder to sell in a bad market. When we're in a seller's market, you can sell anything. Backing onto Crowchild, backing onto Highway 1. Those homes, they'll sell in a seller's market. When it's a buyer's market, you want to be able to have a product that people want to buy. Backing onto those major highways is a big concern for resale. Privacy is also a factor as well. You don't want people driving by your home being able to see in your backyard. How are you going to suntan? I don't know if it's true, but there is a concern of pollution. You're closer to the highway, all that exhaust fumes, something to consider. Lastly, this home is going to appreciate less than the home that's 2 blocks inside of the community backing onto a park. So if this is the only home you can get into because of your price point, because of the options in the market, go ahead and do it. Just know there is limiting factors for your resale. You may not enjoy it as much as the home across from the park, but get what you can get. Condos. Condos are the first to go in a bad market. The market changes, prices and desirability of condos tanks. You never want to buy a condo that has a special assessment pending or low reserve funds. So generally the special assessment is going to be handled by the seller. If the seller's handling it, there's less of an issue. The question becomes then, why is that assessment there? Did something happen that wasn't covered by insurance? Was it poor maintenance? Was it poor management? Even better, was it poor management? These are the buildings you want to avoid. If there's problems with the building because of these high assessments or poor management, your condo fees are going to go up. I tell people, I've said it before, condo fees, property taxes, they go nowhere but up. Here in Alberta and in Calgary, we have condo doc reviewers. They're a third-party service that reviews the documents of the condo. The reserve fund study, how are they planning for the future? Where are they at with their current bank account? The minutes, the AGMs, the financials, must do for a purchase in Calgary. I've got one client, he's really struggling to sell in his building. His building isn't preparing for the future. They are on a day-to-day budget, essentially dealing with problems as they come up. They have no bank account of savings for the future. It's crippling his ability to sell this unit, partly because there is no savings, so it doesn't look good if someone does their due diligence, but the lenders have caught on. The lenders know about this building and have red flagged it. High assessment coming, poorly managed, low reserve funds. Don't buy these units. Let's talk floods. Floods happen. Floods are inevitable. Floods are inevitable. Holy, I can't say that word. Floods are inevitable. They will happen. The question is when.
I am inevitable.
Recently, Calgary had the flood that we won't see for another 100 years. So when purchasing a home, you have to be aware of where the home sits in the flood zone. Calgary has a map. You can check out the map, see if it's in the flood zone, see if it's in the fringe. This is an important document to check out for your resale, to gauge your risk as well. Some insurers won't even lend if you're in the flood zone. If you're in the fringe, they will. So something to consider when buying something close to a body of water here. These are places near the Bow River or the Elbow River here in town. Of course, insurance, it will be more if you can get it, if it's in one of those zones and it's a problem. If you are close to the water and you've decided to go ahead with this home, there's certainly some flood mitigation that you can do on your own. You want to have your grading outside, sloping away from the house. It should be a pretty significant grade to help if any water does come that way. Backflow valves on your main, sump pumps to prevent it from coming in the slab and into your basement, and cross your fingers. Calgary's doing lots to prevent floods in the future, lots of mitigation, lots of projects on the go. Check out with the City of Calgary, see what they're doing for the flood mitigation in the area that you want to buy in. So it's important that you verify your flood risk of a certain property, as well as your tolerance. I know I'm not going to be here in 85 years. So 100-year flood, it's not a concern for me, but I also live on a hill. This next one's not a do not buy. This one is a caution. A cautionary tale on homes that are very prevalent in Calgary Northwest here. These are issues we can overcome with a few $1,000s. We're not talking tens of thousands, we're talking 5 to 6. Poly B plumbing and aluminum wiring. Again, we've talked about this on the channel. $500 now versus $5,000, $10,000 later. It's a big deal. You don't do it, you move in. You find poly B dripping through your drywall. Aluminum wiring, sparking nostalgia like it's the 1970s. The saying is not if the poly B goes, the question is when does the poly B go? Aluminum wiring, of course. Several ways to minimize the risk if you're not doing a full wiring replacement. Pigtailing every outlet, pigtailing each switch with a copper wire, a special moret, and a special lubricant. As well, your insurance will be cheaper and you'll be able to get insurance. Again, these are thousands of dollars that this can cost you. Thousands. You need to be prepared for it. If you're going to purchase a home of this type, you need to be aware of what kind of plumbing is in the house, as well as is there aluminum wiring. Key tip here is ask the seller who they use for an insurer, because they already insure it, they're likely to give you insurance too. Save your bucks for these renos. They'll be worth it. They'll help you sell your home in a quicker, easier fashion when it comes time. Bonus tip here, seller disclosures. Ask the seller what kind of wiring there is. Ask the seller if there's any poly B. Ask if there's been a flood. If they're a deal breaker, don't waste your time going to see them. But lean on your realtor, figure out what your risk tolerance is, figure out what home is going to work for you. Don't see the ones that don't work. Focus on homes that you would actually buy. There you go, guys. That's it. A quick one today here, but certainly one that is important. Don't buy these types of homes that are going to cost you thousands and thousands for renovations or are safety risks or aren't in your risk tolerance level. Leave a comment below if you need a plumber, an electrician to help you with your poly B or aluminum. I've got guys. I've got a guy for everything, and I even have the drywall guy to fix up the patches for the holes in the wall. I'm here to help. Let's find your dream home together. Click below, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.